aban na ba ye call ye no obajeja niema bi ebo Ghana ka eye wei emafaso bi amaso but aban wei die ye for doom so fantastic because the first time no other man doom so ye kese pa. So let us give a fair assessment of the 120 days of John Dramani Mahama. And in case, remember just a few excerpts of the way we see addressing Ghana for, and then come on the break Ghana for. Yeah, on Facebook, on a scale of 1 to 10, what the man is saying, say be on a teacher ni, and na, Mahama homework is on konkoye, wakoye homework in Aba, over score is saying 1 to 10, over man is saying. Now, you better run it down to some of his appointees, even though it's an early days yet. But appointees need to hold more. And on fire. Appointees need to hold more and on fire. Come on Facebook, live on Facebook. Anyone will share me TV, so I would say more radio. So, yeah, 0558 486697. 0556486697. Obetumi afreje bia maybe lines natum, but me tie except of John Dramani Mahama's 120 days in office.
The Youth Employment Agency is set to launch the Graduates in Corporate Support GRICS program, which will attach graduates to firms operating 24 hours a day. This program is targeting 20,000 graduates. The YEA is also partnering with security agencies, the fire, police, immigration services, to provide security for 24-hour firms and is working towards training and deploying 23,000 recruits for this purpose. Recognizing the need for robust security, the police service is establishing a 24-hour police unit to improve 9 patrols and utilize technology supported by nationwide sensitization. The Minister of Energy and Green Transition is engaging the PURC to set up smart metering with a time of use tariff, charging a lesser tariff during the off-peak hours, a direct incentive for enterprises on the 24-hour economy policy. The Minister of Finance and Presidential Advisor on the 24-hour economy policy is finalizing a list of incentives for businesses to sign up for the initiative. The Ghana Publishing Company Limited has also begun 24-hour printing operations. In fulfillment of the 120-day commitment, we're pursuing new avenues of job creation, expanding employment opportunities, particularly for young graduates, and empowering the private sector as a key driver of sustainable job creation. A cornerstone of our commitment to good governance and accountability is tackling corruption and eliminating waste. I promise to initiate inquiries and forensic audits into several critical matters of public interest. This war against corruption continues unabated. The Minister for Health is reviewing the Auditor General's report on the COVID-19 expenditures. After the review, the appropriate actions will be taken. The Sputnik V scandal is under investigation. The Minister for Finance has launched an inquiry into the collapse of indigenous banks and financial institutions. And make no mistakes, facts will be unearthed, culprits will be punished, and lessons will be learned. The Minister for Energy and Green Transition has commenced investigations into the PDS scandal. Deloitte & Touche is conducting an independent audit of the National Cathedral project. I expect their report by the end of this month. A number of officials have been invited and questioned concerning the 13th African Games. On April 30th, 2025, the Attorney General filed 11 charges against a former National Signals Bureau Director General and others for various offenses. Charges will also be filed in the Accra SkyTrain and the National Service Ghost Name scandals. The Office of the Presidential Advisor on Corruption will continue to receive complaints and reports regarding graft for onward transmission to the Attorney General. Ladies and gentlemen, we promise to initiate a probe into the VRA Akosombo burned dam spillage to address the man-made disaster caused by the VRA spillage and prevent future occurrences. We promise to initiate a probe and take steps to compensate the victims. So this administration set up a committee chaired by Engineer Kofi, a former VRA chief executive. The committee has recommended strategies to prevent future occurrences, including establishing what is called a controlled spill flood plan and implementing downstream engineering solutions for flood management. I've directed that the recommendations be implemented immediately. I further indicated that if they are not properly implemented and another destructive VRA flooding occurs like in 2023, the VRA CEO and deputies must resign or be sacked.
So it is one of the best practices. And also initially, the America who compared to other parts of the world, they are doing almost the same thing. It's in India, Udi Juma, Vasami me Ghana, if you have to go to USA, and Achu ewo Canada, and Ontario ewo Germany, and Godwin ewo Togo, and ye Juma. So you look at the best practices. Me work Ghana. No work far Godwin now no wo Togo. No ma hwe nyema bi a Godwin na ye wo Togo I bet me aboa ne man. Now look at a young and intelligent man like Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso. Now, he is one of the most celebrated presidents in Africa and in the world. And then why? On anything exceptionally new, but he's been able to involve and engage the people. Now, Oko Germany, Oko elsewhere, you put together all those ones. You will have to say na Krobi, Rwanda, the public sector reforms, or some reforming the public sector. Emo ko Rwanda baye, obejana numwa Ghana hasa. And the system is the most corrupt system in the history of our republic. The most corrupt system ever in our republic. So, say about say yen dealing with corrupt. Ghana ya how kesiye pa ni ya re kesiye pa where so corruption. Kronoa ye bo oman no. Eti baby ye person ye disika na ye unu. You see also oko parliament most of the times budgets ye discussing the security budgets. Ye come Ghana for inante. It is a person ye nyema bia ban person ye nyema bia. No they kwa fast system because nobody will account for it. And that is one of the things omo ye nanka way to be nyaku kudro adu wa to be nyaku kudro meka kire say sika na ye de man so fa me ye Ghana ye no so we nyaku kudro say sika na ye de 2 MPs ni binum allowance. Who born dog who what ye sika de 2 MP allowance? Who the national signal, whatever. Oh, one money emergency sika and the 2 MPs allowance. What be that? Oh, one money a party headquarters. You see, so they look for a nice way to steal your money. No move here. Now if you say okay, say 7 more, say dada. But we cannot continue like this as a country. But His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Pachomeba, there is one thing you are beginning to forget. Nano mebuna ye kuwo ewo buase. You called for an investigation. Please, with the greatest of respect and humility to your office. Magana for you now ehu. Sir, and me ready Mayweather post on Facebook. I nearly cried. That guy no call Obuase communication officer on this one just for your confrontation. I nearly cried because you can see from the summer what you say. Nabamu boo. Yina manesa. Meanwhile, ekofo mako and kuno. Yadi adwuma kwa kwase obi papa nsa. Ena yadi adwuma ede asesema obi. And yamfa nipa kro bi with the yamfa konkwete so. He was told to protect the ballot box. Why would you were told to protect the ballot box? Who protected the ballot box? Now, ballot box is so far so away. Me, I am not interested in the party politics. Even though I can be. But me, how can say party say, and conform Makumako and Kono Ewuye. Yes, I am Shada no Muye. Yes, Shada Pomutuo Ewuye. His Excellency John Robert Mahama, you called for an investigation. How far? And I drew.